Yo, what is up? Famous birthdays, Savage here. Thank you for sending over these questions. Let's get right into them. So the first question I have here is, have you ever seriously considered quitting social media? So yes, I have, a few years back before I grown up. I let the hate sort of, get to me. Until I grown up, I realised it's a good thing. It motivates me. It gets my video out there when people are commenting hate. It doesn't really happen as much anymore, but yeah, before sort of like it get me down a little bit, but now it just doesn't faze me at all. So that's the only time I've ever genuinely quitted social media. Well, debated quitting, really, sort of like took a break off like a few weeks. If you could find out one thing about your future, what would it be? So I know this is kind of, I don't know whether some of you see this as good or bad, but I'd just like to know how long I have to live, if that makes sense. One thing about my future is how long I've got left to live. I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but yeah, that's my answer to that question. So if you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would you choose? You lot know me, but how much I post it, it would have to be pasta. I'm gonna go with pasta. I was debating saying pizza, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go with pasta. I just love pasta, any sort of pasta, any meat in the pasta. You know me, I love that. So what is one of your most embarrassing moments? I'd say a few years ago where I filmed this fake prank video working in this Apple store. It was Christmas time, there was like over 1,000 people in there. And then I was wearing this Apple store shirt. I went to the top floor and just had everyone looking at me, and I was just like shouting that I'm gonna quit. It was just kind of mad because that was like my first sort of public video, but yeah, it was kind of embarrassing, but at the same time it was pretty funny, it was pretty cool. What is something most people follow you don't know about you? So I guess a lot of you don't know, I'm actually quite good at football. I used to play it quite a lot. I probably would have ended up in the team if I carried it on, but I don't really do that sort of thing, I just love doing social media, putting smiles on people's faces. But yeah, I'm actually quite good at football, so you'll catch me in more charity matches soon. I was in a TikTok one last year. So what is your favorite birthday memory is another question we have here. It's got to be my birthday last year, my 21st. Virgin Voyages invited me out for a 7-8 day getaway on their brand new cruise ship. That was just absolutely unforgettable. It was amazing. So yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite birthday memories, I guess. I'm probably turning 17 as well and being able to drive, but yeah, definitely the cruise ship. We've got here, when did you first go viral? That's a very good question. I would probably say it was roughly when I started TikTok, maybe 2020. I just started hopping on the trends, and I just started first going viral then. It was for all sorts of random videos where I'd like point at the screen, dates and numbers and stuff would come up. But yeah, gone viral a few times. That's probably when I first went viral. What's your goal for where you'll be 3 years from today? So definitely to have my own house, like not renting, sort of like actually own my house, and maybe even have a second house somewhere abroad. Not too sure where. That's a good question. I'll answer that another day. But yeah, definitely to like have my own house. Probably be on 1 million followers at least on every platform, instead of just TikTok. And maybe doing long videos for you lot on YouTube. So that's where I see myself. So yeah, what else have we got? If you could travel anywhere, where would you choose? At this moment in time, I'd probably say Australia. It's somewhere where I've always wanted to go. Hopefully we'll be going there soon. But yeah, we'll see about that. And if I do, obviously there'll be a lot of good content on the way for you lot. So who are your role models? If I'm being honest, I'm gonna have to say KSI. Like, I've watched him for years. He's the reason I started doing social media. Just coming from such a humble beginning and just getting out there and doing the whole lot, it's just absolutely crazy. And yeah, say KSI is definitely my main role model. Others I'm not too sure about this moment, but yeah, definitely KSI. If you had to describe yourself in 4 words, what would they be? So I'd say confident, outgoing, funny, and I don't know, random, if that makes sense. I just come out with the most random stuff. If you know me, I come out with the most random things, and that pretty much makes me funny. But yeah, what's your favorite video that you've ever posted? So I've got to say, it was when me and my friends decided to kick the football at a windmill or wind turbine, whatever you will want to call it. It was quite funny. Like, I just told all the boys, come on, let's go and do this idea, and then we just started doing it, and it was just so funny, so satisfying. Such a simple idea as well, but yeah, I've been wanting to do it for ages. And then I guess that's one of my favorite videos that I've posted. So what else have we got? What is your biggest pet peeve? I would just say people who aren't clean, sort of like hygiene, don't wash their hands, that sort of thing maybe. Or people who don't use manners. It's just quite basic. It doesn't cost anything to do, you know what I mean? Like, some people just don't do it. It's like, what? Why are you doing that? What advice would you give to your past self? I would just say keep your head up higher than sometimes you've ever been, sort of like, 'cause I've got down a few times before in my past. Just keep it up like I have done, and just keep working harder. Just keep going. Don't let anyone bother you. Just stay out of the way, do your own thing, and just like, I would say, be thankful for everything that you've achieved so far. That's one thing that advice I'd give to my past self. Yeah, just continue doing me, keep being me, don't change. If you were stranded on an island and could only take 3 objects, what would they be? That's a good one. That's quite a hard one as well, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know what to answer that. I would probably say some wood, if that counts, to like build a little hut or something. Enough coal for fire, so at least I'm warm. And then just, I don't know, just like infinite meat or just something like that. That sounds wrong, but yeah, infinite something like beans or something. So at least I can just survive, stay a bit warm and eat. That's all I can think of. Maybe I should have said my phone to get some help from someone, but yeah, I wouldn't know if there's signal out there, whatever. We have, who were the first creators you followed on social media? So that would have to be, yet again, KSI, and then it would also be from KSI, it'd be Deji, his brother, it'd then be the Sidemen. But yeah, they're the first creators I've ever followed on social media, on YouTube. That was like many years ago, so like 10 years ago. What is your favorite holiday? So anywhere hot where I can have a nice beverage, and yeah, bit of sea, bit of somewhere to swim, that sort of thing. I just love it, can't go wrong. Pretty much that's it. That's my favorite holiday. I'd say Spain, I guess, because there's pretty much everywhere you can do that. And yeah, that pretty much is almost all the questions answered. We have a few more. So we have, what advice would you have for someone who wants to be a social media creator? I would say just try and think of what you're going to be posting first. Don't just start posting a bit of everything. I mean, you can do that, but it's sort of like, if you keep posting the same sort of thing, you're going to get more followers because they're going to follow you again for that same thing. So let's say if you do dancing, just keep doing dancing, maybe do some other sort of content. But you kind of get what I mean. Just stick to 1 or 2 things, sort of like I do lifestyle and comedy. I would say just keep being consistent. Some days you'll have bad days, some days you'll have really good days, and you go for weeks and nothing will happen, maybe no views. And then after that, you just get loads of views and stuff. So just don't let anything get you down. Don't let anything bother you. Just keep on going. And yeah, especially ignore the hate, because they're the ones that are watching your content still at the end of the day. And they're obviously the ones that are jealous or something. So if they're hating, just keep that in the back of your head and just ignore it, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother you. It's just either going to get you more views, more money, or whatever, you know what I mean? Get your content out there to more people. But that would be my advice. Yeah, just don't give up. Keep being consistent. Keep posting. Don't just post like once every few months. You need to certainly post a lot of videos, especially if you're small. Just keep on posting until you grow the viewers, grow the numbers of your following. And then, yeah, just stick to it. Try and make the best videos you can, and just keep being you. Don't pretend to be anyone else. Don't be fake. And that is probably what will get you some success some sort of day, if you stay consistent with it. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the questions I have answered. I hope you lot enjoyed, and thank you, Famous Birthdays, for asking me these questions.